So, guys, I'm super excited to have Charles here today. I know you already know who he is because, of course, I did the story on Charles. He does Do Good 365. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
You were a well known photographer here in Shreveport, just doing your job, being creative. And what happened?
Ah, I would say the worst day of my life. I was going through orientation for a brand new job I had,
Okay.
and didn't feel well. I had a slight headache, but I thought it was more exhaustion than anything. Being a photographer and doing so many other things, I just
New
thought I was
new
tired.
job,
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
yeah, thought I
Yeah.
was tired. So I had a headache. I excused myself from that class that I was attending, and I took myself to LSU. And LSU didn't pinpoint what was wrong with me right at first.
Right.
They gave me a pill. A couple of hours went by. I went home. I thought that was the end of it. Then somewhere in the middle of the night, the next morning, I had a stroke. I couldn't move, couldn't talk, nothing like that.
Did you know what it was, or were you like,
No,
what is going
I didn't,
on?
because I was laying in bed still, so I didn't know. But my wife just happened to be home, thank God. And she said, "What's wrong with your face?" It started
Oh
drooling.
no, yeah.
And then just everything. And then I couldn't talk. It's incoherent blabble,
Hmm.
and so, and then I couldn't move my right side at all. And so we called the paramedics and went to LSU. Come to find out, um, the pill that they gave me brought my blood pressure down too rapidly.
Oh wow.
And
So that could have contributed
yeah,
too.
it contributed to it, and it just almost like in for your viewers, you have an oil change.
Hmm.
You finally get an oil change in your car, and then everything in your car starts going bad. Well,
Oh,
it's the bad oil that was in there that was plugging those holes up.
right. And
So
then,
once they dropped it down, it was almost like fresh oil. So
oh, it
everything,
wasn't ready for that.
no, everything got exposed.
Wow.
You
And
know,
so you went through that, and then assume you were in the hospital for a while. But
yeah,
was it once that you got home and you had to continue with physical therapy and stuff? Is that when you decided that you wanted to do good?
no,
No, it wasn't then.
it
Okay.
was in the hospital. It was
Oh.
because once I went to LSU, I never went back home.
Hmm.
I never went through the rehab process, through everything. So about 6 months, 6 7 months, I stayed in the hospital. But no, Do Good came about because, like anybody, I felt depressed. I felt sad. I felt kind of angry. You did the story on me. You know all the good things that I've done.
Well, for one thing, let's just put it out there and be honest about it. You were doing a lot of good work. You were a very popular photographer. And, like, when something like that happens, I would assume, like, I might feel like I'm just useless. Like, I
Yes.
could do all this stuff and now I
Now
can't
I
do.
now I can't, and I was ashamed. I mean, I got off of Facebook. I mean, nobody knew where I was. Nobody knew. It's almost like I just dropped off the face of the
Right.
earth because I was just dealing with some stuff, and then God had talked to me and said, like, look, I got you for a purpose. I got you for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gonna have to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was in the hospital, my wife had told me, she's a nurse. She had told me, she's like, even though you was laying here, I guess she got tired of me feeling sorry for myself. She said, even though you're laying here, you can always find some reason to do good.
Hmm.
And as a light bulb hit,
Yeah.
do good, do good. Okay, whatever. So, but then as the person that would bring my meals, my housekeeper, everybody that came into my room, I started talking to them, and they would always tell me like, "Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles." You know, I inspired them, and so Do Good was born. And then I finally got on Facebook after months of not being on there, and I started with one inspirational message, and then people responded. Then I started with another.
So the way it kind of works is what Charles may not be able to do physically, he can inspire
Yes.
people to do.
To do.
Not that you can't hold a door open, but it's little things like hold the door open for a stranger, give a stranger a compliment, pay it forward, buy somebody's meal behind you.
Yes.
It could all kind of stuff.
I mean, because one of the things I remember vividly. One of my tasks was to thank a person that you get your order from. You know,
a server.
Yeah, server, drive through or whatever. And then what made me know that I was onto something, so many pictures came in. About 30 pictures came in
of them doing that
in the drive-through, getting their food, and the person would hand them their food and they'll take a selfie.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So stuff like that, and then what we did for the mailman in my neighborhood, I told everybody in my neighborhood, tomorrow write a note of just thank you to the mailman.
Yeah.
It was probably the longest route he's ever done
because he had to pick up.
Yeah, every time he went to a mailbox, it was a note in there, and so things like that.
Yeah,
things like that.
Because people do jobs every day that we just take for granted.
Yeah,
you just take for granted that you're going to get your mail every day, and a lot of people just don't think about it.
And those people need encouragement.
Yeah, because it's hot out there.
And uplifting, yeah.
So you did that, and then we did the story, and then Charles ended up on every TV station in town, which is a good thing because honestly, you're like the epitome of what the stories that I want to tell. Something good, somebody doing something good, because this is a person that felt like he physically kind of couldn't do some things, but he needed a purpose, right?
Yeah.
And what better purpose? Because here's the thing. If I hold the door open for a stranger and they smile at me and say, "Oh, thank you," it makes me feel good, right?
Yeah.
So it's not only for the person you're helping, it's for the person that's helping.
Helping, exactly. And it becomes infectious.
Yeah.
And like I like to say.
But then you went one step further with the T-shirts.
Yeah.
We have the Do Good T-shirts. This
and
one
is a new one.
And that one is representing, is that medicals?
Healthcare. Everybody
Healthcare.
that does service in healthcare, whether you're a nurse or any kind of maid or kind of physical therapist, anything dealing with mental health or healthcare, I had this shirt that my wife designed, and it's good.
Yeah, so you may not be able to see the detail from where we are, but you can see stethoscopes and blood tubes and all the supplies, Band-Aid that healthcare workers would use. So there's this shirt that's themed for healthcare workers, but you've also kind of partnered with four nonprofits? Four nonprofits in town and designed shirts for them. Like one of them is the Odyssey Foundation, autism, and it has the different colors and the
Make
autism.
Me, mold me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell it. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because I have a hard time remembering. So I have the Make Me Mold Me. I have the L Foundation. I have the one for autism, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
But they're very great causes, very special ladies. Like I said, these are ladies that inspire me. And coming tomorrow, I have the cancer awareness shirt. Tomorrow.
Okay. And is there a website that people can go to get?
I'm still getting that created right now.
Okay.
You can
look on the Facebook
page? And you can go Do Good 365 Days of Goodness on Facebook, and you can see everything.
And how much are the shirts?
$15.
Only $15?
Yeah,
that's not much. And part of the proceeds go to these nonprofits, right?
Yes.
For the ones that are themed.
That specially made the things, but the breast cancer one, it involves all kind of cancer: breast cancer, ovarian cancer. I just want to be a blessing to somebody, no matter what you're going through.
And I think you've had businesses reach out to you. You've done some stuff in other states, speaking. So people are getting the message. And you were mentioning to me that you like the Drew Barrymore show.
Yeah.
And she has, what is it called?
The
Drew Good?
Drew Good.
Drew Good instead of Do Good. So they're actually looking for people that are doing good things in the community. So if you're a Drew Barrymore Show fan, go to her website and you can recommend Charles to be on the show.
Please.
I couldn't think of a better message to send to a national audience.
Yes, drewbarrymore.com, drewbarrymoreshow.com. But yeah, because I remember when I first reached out to Lynn, your thing was something good, right?
Right.
So
Something good.
everything kind
Do
of had
good,
a
something
purpose.
good, Drew
and I,
good.
and I said, let me reach out to this woman, and she, hands down, she said, you don't have to tell me no more.
Oh, no.
I'm interested in your story.
Yeah.
And she was the first person to tell my story.
What I want you guys watching to take away from this is to go follow the Facebook page. Go follow Do Good 365. It's on Facebook. The group is growing. And once a day, Charles posts a task, small task that wouldn't be too hard for you to do. And here's the thing. You don't have to do it, but if you choose to do it, it can make another person feel good, and it can make you feel good doing it. So that's all we ask, right?
That's all you ask. Just be a good person. And if anybody out there would love to talk to me or sponsor me, please call me.
Oh yeah, because he's had businesses reach out that would give discounts to his Do Good group members.
Free
so
lunch.
if any businesses are interested in something like that, if it's a % off or maybe a code that the Do Good group can use at your place, it's good for business and it's good to do good.
To do good.
All right, thank you, Charles. I
You're welcome.
so appreciate you.
You're welcome.
You're doing
You're
good
welcome.
things.
Anything for you.
All right.